Today we are reviewing the Medieval Castle Alternative Mock, and this was no easy task. I'm so glad to be reviewing it for you guys. I've got a lot of thoughts and opinions, a lot of insight on the entire process because it was not easy. This does not just happen by accident, and alternative mocks, as cool as they can be extremely difficult. So there are a few things that I'm going to point out in this video that are going to make alternative mocks like this one extremely easy. Heyo, what's going on everybody? It's your boy Grandmaster Bricks, back with another video. Before we get going, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, growing the channel. I appreciate everybody that's joined. In this video, we are doing a review of the Medieval Castle 31120 Alternative Mock Medieval Fortress, which uses 3 of the Creator 3-in-1 medieval castles. And folks, let me tell you, this was an extremely engaging, fun, but challenging build. I would say the most difficult part of this entire build were the logistics. And if you've been watching my YouTube channel, if you go back, I did take a couple videos kind of laying down the logistics of parting this set out and building it. But here in this video, we're doing a review. And the set itself used 3,026 pieces, which had a leftover of 1,252 pieces, because you use 3 of the medieval castles to make this, which makes it an alternative mock rather than just a regular mock, which makes, in my opinion, alternative mocks a little bit more easy, a little bit more accessible. I enjoy them because an alternative mocks use either little to no extra pieces, so you can buy a complete Lego set sealed from the store, take it home, and be able to complete an alternative mock. And I think that has a huge value just to be said in itself, not having to order parts or wait on things or have difficult building time. So you can just right out of the box make something different with the pieces that you already have. So that's really cool. It costs $300 to build this set if you buy 3 of the medieval castles, which breaks down to about 9 cents if you don't use the extra parts. But if you include all the pieces that you buy, it breaks down to about 7 cents. So I think that is a fair value, given that the fact that you've got 12 minifigures included. Once this set is actually built, it is way bigger than I would have anticipated. There was a want that I had to have a bigger Lego castle in my village, and this definitely met my needs. The build itself does not use any base plates, so it's completely brick built from the bottom up. There's almost like I would say, dungeon kind of underground area supporting the entire castle. So just the actual way the castle is built is very, very cool. That might be one of my favorite features of the entire build, how clever and stable something like this is, even without a base plate. So because this build was from Rebrickable, it was a free build, I might add. I'm going to put the link down below for the mock. Go support the builder. He goes by the name Mock Scout, so go check that out. Because it was on Rebrickable, this was the first time I actually ever used a tablet for instructions, because there was no printed instructions. I wasn't going to take the time to print them out, so it was the most convenient way. And this is the very first time I figured out how awesome tablets are for instructions. If you've seen my previous video about one of my big tips and tricks for building Lego, it's using a tablet. So doing this alternative mock helped me find that big tip, so that was very, very cool. The other thing that I discovered while completing this build was the logistics of sorting out bricks before you build. So because there was over 4,000 pieces, I did a lot of pre-sorting, and it really did improve the easeability and the comfortability of building, rather than trying to sort through all the pieces at once, trying to just relax and build in peace. Having them all pre-sorted ended up being the best method, I decided, and I would suggest that to anybody doing a overwhelmingly large build, is pre-sort the most that you can. As the build went on, I started discovering, rather than picking each step, I would gather all the parts for each step, because they're rather large steps. There weren't small steps. There was like maybe 20 to 40 pieces per step. It was a very easy build to follow, but just large steps. So about a third of the way in, I decided I would pick all of the steps. So it just ended up being the most convenient and relaxing for me. So I picked each step, kind of put them in their own bag, their own little bucket, and as I got to that step, I would just pull that bucket, dump it out, and build, and that became the most relaxing and the most satisfying while building a huge, overwhelming alternative MOC like this. Hopefully those are some good tips and tricks for doing any kind of alternative MOC, not just this one. The castle itself was so fun to build. I really enjoyed the outer walls down below in the moat, the water area, kind of the mushrooms and the leaf areas kind of going up the rock wall were very cool. The build has some cool interior spots, but because it's so not modular, you can't really see them. It's very difficult to get inside there, so as you build, you know that it has these little rooms, but there's no way to actually separate the castle itself to get in there. So it's just one of those things pointing out. As I built, I realized it's more for displayability. There's almost no playability on the interior, so that's okay for me, but just wanting to point that out. I think in the future I'm going to swap out the yellow bricks. I do have an appreciation for the classic castle in the yellow color, but I prefer a more streamlined castle look, a little bit more realistic. So in the future I might swap out those yellow bricks, having the leftover bricks from the build itself to incorporate into my brick store and use in other places in my Lego village works perfectly for me. So I thought that was a huge bonus just at the end of the build. Here in the future I will be incorporating this set onto a mills plate to put into the village, so that will be coming soon as well. Hopefully you've gotten some insight to building alternative MOCs and some of the logistics and some good tips to use in doing your own projects. I've been working very hard in the background on my Lego village, so there's going to be some updates coming very soon. Working on all of my reviews for you guys, trying to be as knowledgeable and relaxing at the same time, so hopefully I'm hitting the mark perfectly for you guys. And if you do enjoy my videos, make sure you smash that subscribe button, give this video a huge thumbs up, and comment down below, have you ever built an alternative MOC, and if so, what build was it? Other than that guys, like, comment, subscribe, and remember, never stop building.